Hello, my name is Elsa Tar, and today we will be discussing a very important issue that needs to be discussed. What is the issue? Well, locals of the Boca Ciega Bay have spotted dead fish along the water. They are concerned that their health is threatened. This area is used for a variety of recreational activities that are important to locals and tourists, such as swimming, surfing, boating, and fishing. Today we will be discussing what we have discovered about the dead fish and if the locals are in danger. Here is an overview of what we will be discussing today. You can follow along with the two fact sheets provided to you. Here we have identified the toxin responsible for the mass death of the fish. It is called brevetoxin. Brevetoxins are a group of similar neurotoxic compounds which are tasteless and odorless. A neurotoxin is a substance that alters the structure or function of the nervous system. It belongs to a specific functional group called the polycyclic ethers. It is called what we call the red tide. A common problem that occurs along the western coast of Florida is harmful algal blooms of dinoflagellates or diatoms, phytoplankton. They are called red tides because they can make the water appear red. Brevetoxin is caused by an upwelling of nutrients like phosphorus and nitrogen that feed the algae and push them towards the coast, where they find other sources of nutrients, like the fish. My hypothesis is that the brevetoxin has entered through the gills, which cause the fish to suffocate due to the overexposure of brevetoxin. And how does this affect the organisms? Well, fish and other aquatic organisms are affected by if they consume toxic prey that have already been affected, or their gills stop functioning once they are in contact with brevetoxin. Humans can get infected or affected by it through skin contact, breathing in the toxins, swallowing contaminated water, and consuming contaminated food. Note that brevetoxins are tasteless and odorless and very hard to find. Here we will identify the cellular location and organelle that is impacted by brevetoxin, and that is the nervous system. The brevetoxins are neurotoxins that bind to voltage-gated sodium channels in nerve cells, leading to disruption of normal neurological processes. Neurotoxins affect basic brain cell function by interfering with the mitochondrial function, which produces the energy for the organism, an increase of oxidative stress, and deregulating protein turnover. Next, it also attacks the respiratory system of the organism. The respiratory arrest induced by a lethal dose results mainly from depression of the central respiratory center. Brevetoxins open voltage-dependent sodium channels in cell membranes, leading to uncontrolled sodium influx into the nerve cells and twisted muscle cells, causing hypotension, which is low blood pressure, bradycardia, slower heart rate, hypertension, which is high blood pressure, and tachycardia, which is heart rate over 100 beats per minute. How does this affect the metabolic process? Fish use anaerobic metabolism or energy metabolism, which is exercising anabolic process, which requires a constant supply of enough oxygen when they feel threatened. Anaerobic metabolism is not sustainable. Fish will produce energy in white muscle tissue using glycolysis. Its adrenaline stimulates the tissue that causes glycogen to be converted to glucose and energy without the need for oxygen. It also produces a poisonous lactate, so glycolysis can only be sustained for a short period of time. Anabolic pathways are responsible for building new body tissue for growth, maintenance, and reproduction. If the organism's environment is low stress, stable and free of disease, and supplied with everything required, excess energy can be used for growth and reproduction. But note that this will not occur if the organism cannot access oxygen for long periods of time. If anabolic process does not occur, the cells will not be able to repair, damage, or get rid of the toxins in the body, causing the organism to die. Here's the summary. Brevetoxin is caused by an upwelling of nutrients like phosphorus and nitrogen that feed the algae and push them toward the coast where they find other sources of nutrients. Brevetoxin is fatal to fish and other aquatic organisms in large doses. It is odorless and tasteless. It attacks the nervous system and respiratory system of fish and aquatic organisms, and it prevents the anabolic process from repairing the cells that are affected by the toxin. Locals and tourists are potentially endangered. Here are symptoms of exposure of brevetoxin for humans. There are gastrointestinal symptoms, abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea. There's neurological signs and symptoms leading to reversal of hot and cold temperature sensation, vertigo, and ataxia, and inhalational exposure causing the respiratory system symptoms such as cough, dyspnea, and bronchospasm. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you understand the issues that are at stake, and I hope we can fix them together. Thank you.